Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here as well. Joey said I had to do something about my hair. I don't know. I'll get a cut this weekend. Maybe not. Depends on how good my weekend is. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation in the chat to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Joey is still doing an outstanding job at dialing in my microphone, so we'll keep working with it. Hello, teacher. Florida here. What's up, Mark? Tom is here as well. I haven't seen the alert hit. I haven't heard the alert hit yet. Today, I did put out an alert this time. So I'm just waiting for it to hit. You sound like Julio Iglesias. What song did he make? There's got to be a song. I think the alert just hit. I think I just heard it hit. We can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Sandy. So, VectorVest, I always thought that. Thought what, John? All right. So VV Nation is coming through. There we go. At least we got 100 people in here. Today, I want to try to get 300 people going in the market because there's some things that I've got to tell you. There's some things that I got to tell you about the stock market, and I think more and more people need to know what's going on. I know I got into RVSN today. I made a little bit. I had a tight stop on it. That stock is just kicking butt, taking names from the Jockey Club. I got into it in my own personal portfolio. I made a little bit and got out really quick. Glenn, what is the next buy point for Tesla? I don't know if I'm ever going to buy Tesla again. I say that, but there's a lot of things working against the EV market right now. I'm not sure I really want to touch it just quite yet, but I'd have to take a look at a graph to see if there is an opportunity and when that opportunity is for Tesla. I still want to stick with the statement that I do like them long term. All right, we almost got 250 people here. Hey, share the link. Look, Joey, put the link in the room. Because there's some things happening in the market that I don't think everybody knows about. I think there's some things going on in the market that not everybody knows about, and I want to make sure that you do know. So you see the link right there that Joey just put in? Share it. Do me a favor. I don't ask you guys for much of anything. Share that link. Share it right now. Because I don't think the market is cracked up to be what it looks like. All right? I don't think that it's cracked up to be what it looks like. David says, thank you for TSLQ yesterday. I am in it. And I was up as much as 15% today. I got it before the market closed yesterday. I was up as much as 15%. I am currently up 12.95%. So, yes, I did buy TSLQ. I did a video on the preview of Tesla. I didn't like it very much, and I am right now. I'm making money in it. Mike says it doesn't make sense to me. So let's talk about that. And this is what I want to point out to you right now, starting right here from the homepage. Notice that we've got 3 green lights on the price, RT, and BSR. That means these indicators are rising on both the week-over-week and day-over-day basis. All right, fine. But what's really going on with the market? I've got a story in here that talks about Paramount laying off people. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweet a lot about the layoffs that are going on. Microsoft laying off 1,900 people. It seems like every day I tweet out about somebody laying off people. So again, go find me on Twitter. I'm not going to put it out there. Go find me on Twitter. You will see that I consistently keep up with the layoffs. Why is that important? Because even though companies are beating earnings, all right, some of them just barely, some of them by more than just a knot. And I think the beating of the earnings is put in a specific space, which is the AI tech space. All right, Netflix, Tesla, of course not. But a lot of these companies that are beating earnings for a couple of reasons. One, they're beating, but they're guiding lower. All right. So they did beat on earnings and revenue, but they're guiding lower. And number two, part of the guiding lower is to cut staff. So yeah, these companies are beating earnings, And that's great. And people look at that and the market goes haywire. All right. But then the other side of it is, now I'm going to get into the software. The other side of it is looking at the VectorVest composite. All right. This is a 3-month view of the VectorVest composite. What don't I like? Well, I like that coming off of this high when the MTI was high, the market, we were giving you the heads up that the market was definitely overextended. The market pulled back. What I don't like about the pullback is that it wasn't healthy enough of a pullback to make me think that we were in the green zone, that we were okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Before I continue on, does that make sense? We got to pull back off of the high, but that's nothing compared to all of this run up in the market. We haven't really pulled back. We really haven't pulled back. Little Anonymous says no. Well, Little Anonymous, the biggest thing is that markets can't go up forever. They have to have a healthy pullback. Now, is it going to be a correction? Is it going to be a crash? I had nothing to do with that. All I wanted you to know was that this pullback wasn't a really healthy pullback after all this robustness in the market. So, Little Anonymous, that's what I mean by that. What did we do? We pulled back a little bit. Okay. We did a little bit of sideways move. Okay. Then earnings started coming out and the market started moving up. How much is a pullback is healthy? Well, Nat, they say 10% is a correction. If I don't want a correction, I need something close to a pullback of 7% at least. You know, in my mind, I'm just calculating in my mind a little bit, at least a 5 to 7% pullback, something like that. So with that being said, we pulled back a little bit. A lot of this, after all this run up here where the Fed said that we're going to cut, we're going to cut rates. I got a story in regards to that. How many, and I'm going to be, and you're going to be able to see who said what. How many of you think we're going to get 3 interest rate cuts this year? Type of 1 in the room. If you don't think we're getting 3 interest rate cuts this year, type of 2 in this room. And I'm of the 2. I don't think we're getting 3 interest rate cuts this week. And I'm going to plead that case today. I'm going to plead that case today. So I don't want people to get all caught up in the quagmire of, well, the Fed said he's going to do this. Boom, the market's going up. You know what that's called? It's called irrational exuberance. It's called, and that's what this is right here. So let me pull back just a little bit. All right. I know it's an election year. I totally understand that. And that's why I don't think interest rate cuts happen until the summer. Uncle Glenn has been saying that for the longest time. I don't think they happen until the summer. And I think that if it wasn't an election year this year, that we wouldn't have rate cuts because the economy is still strong enough that it does not, let me say this again. The economy does not require an interest rate cut. You understand when we cut rates, we're trying to bolster the economy. We don't need any bolstering. The economy is still stronger than what the Fed would like it to be. That's why they ain't going to get to their 2%. So we know the inflation's getting better, blah, 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 blah. This is why I need you guys to share the link today. Because this is a lot of the stuff that most people out there don't either understand or don't know. Either one of the two. All right. Jay said he will cut. I don't think we get but 1 cut before the election, Akshaya. All right. So I'm not, and you keep saying that there's going to be a rate cut in March. Guess what? The Fed said himself, Akshaya, that when they start cutting rates, it won't be until when? The 3rd quarter. So Akshaya, go ahead and keep believing what you want to believe, but not until the 3rd quarter. And that came from one of the Feds. That didn't come from me. That came from one of the Feds. All right. So listen, you're gonna listen or you're not gonna listen. I just want to show you what's going on. So the earnings are coming out. GDP came out today. Stronger. Again, the gross domestic product was stronger than what everybody else. The economy doesn't need a rate cut right now. All right. So Let's go peek this out. I don't know what the market will do. I play the market as it comes. Oh, who's told you that? Who's told you to play the market as it comes? What was my thing? Take what the market gives you. Dang it. I wrote it down. There it is. TWTMIGY. Take what the market is giving you. All right. Did I say buy RTX? We talked about RTX, I think, in one of our live streams with me and Ryan. I like the play. I still like defense stocks. All right. So now, with that being said, GDP came out. You notice what's going on with today's candle? Yes. We've got 3 green lights across the top. Yes, we do. Green light buyer, blah, 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 blah. This candle, which tracks the movement of over 9,000 stocks, is telling me another story. I got a closed candle. I got a wick at the top showing me some selling pressure. I got a closed candle, which means the price right now is lower than the open. Not only that, I got possibly a bullish harami. So I got a little bit of double speak right now when it comes to looking at the VectorVest composite. But look at my other indicators. The MTI moving down. The buy to sell ratio moving down. RT moving down. Now, I am not trying to be the guy. All right, I'm not trying to be the guy that's going to be the Debbie Downer. All I really want to do is tell you what's happening, and I want you guys to be prepared, which is why I want other people who are not part of the VectorVest sphere to join on board to get the real story, to get the rest of the story so that they're not getting duped by what they read. Now, don't get me wrong. I look at a lot of information when I do research, but I think it's also my job to utilize the power of the VectorVest software to give you the rest of the story that no other people are giving you. A Glenny Downer. Well, I could be I don't want to be a Glenny Downer. Joey, am I a Glenny Downer? Joey, are you awake? He's messing with my microphone. That's what it is. It's all right. So with that being said, I'm watching today's candle. Even based off of the news of the better than expected GDP, you would think that with that news, the market should be taken off. All right? You would think that. Singh says, I agree with you again. Market looks kind of shaky. All I want you to understand is what's going on, and I want you guys to stay ahead of the curve. All right, let's talk about what news is moving the market. Where am I at? There we go. Let's start off here. GDP rises 3.3 in quarter 4, more than expected as consumers stay what? As consumers stay strong. If consumers continue to stay strong, there is no need for the Fed to cut interest rates. That's right, I said it. All right, I said it. All right, and for all of you who still, it's going to happen in March, it's going to happen. Listen, I don't think it does. But you know something? I could be wrong, and we got to wait for those times to come to see if that happens. 1.1 trillion credit card debt. Seeking, guess what? I did a video. I've only done 1 out of the 5 that I want to do on my market bubbles. The first one was credit card debt. Go check it out. Go check out the video that I did on a short of one of my market bubbles, credit cards. That's going to come to a head this year because people were using those credit cards all of last year. All right. So you would think based on this news, the market should be rocking and rolling. Let's go to the next one. GDP suggests. Oh, how about this, Akshaya? No urgency for Fed to cut rates.
Make that a little smaller so we see it.
Oh, hold on. There we go. No urgency for Fed to. That was done today. What symbol, Ken? What symbol? Corey says, I'm buying QQQ and AIQ. Seems like a great place to be right now. Tech and AI seem to be dominating. That's where stocks are focused right now. All right, urgency is the election. Yeah. And again, that's why they said they weren't looking into third quarter. So Akshaya, I invite you, go read and do what you want to do. I'm bringing a different perspective that nobody else is telling you, Akshaya. That's what I'm doing. You believe what you want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. But when I tell you about what I believe, I'm using the power of what's going on in the market, the power of the VectorVest system to unblindfold myself. And I don't want to be a sheeple. I don't want to be a sheeple. That's right. I said that too. All right. Let's go to, what did Debbie say? Debbie said something that somebody agreed with. What did you say, Debbie? Let me go scroll up. What did Debbie say? What's your name? Joey? Did I miss it? Seeking, Corey, Ken, Akshaya. I don't know what Debbie said. Debbie said something. I don't know what she said.
The sinking feeling we're going to have a crash.
Did I say it again?
Here, I'm pinning for you.
Okay. I keep getting this sinking feeling we're going to have a crash. Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
Put my video up there that talked about that. I did a video not too long ago. I did a video relatively recently about that. Joey's going to pin that video. Folks, wow, we got 300 people. Way to go, folks. I'm telling you, this is what people need to know. I'm telling you, folks, there's a lot to look at. There's a lot that people are going to tell you that have an agenda. There's a lot of people that will, no matter what's going on in the market, buy. I don't fall into any of those categories. I've got no agenda here. My agenda, air quotes, is to help you guys make heads or tails about what's going on in the market and to help you guys make money in the market. How do you find the video? Right there, Debbie. Joey put it into the chat. Joey, do me a favor. Pin that at the top. There's a video talking about a possible market crash and what I was looking for in regards to even putting that video out. Now, Michael is right, and I want to address that, but we have 3 green lights. You do understand that when I go back into the software, what is that telling me, Michael? That's telling me about what's going on when? Today. All right? It's telling me about what's going on today. So the bigger picture, Michael, as I clear the chat, the bigger picture is, what's the predominant color I see in the color guard? Yellow. Outside of just today, Michael, what should my overall feeling be? Everybody typing in the room. Based upon the color you see here, what should be my basic overall feel in the market? Type it in the comments. All right? And that is outside of just today. I don't want to base everything on today. That's today. That's because these indicators are rising week over week and day over day. That's fine. But what's the predominant color in the color guard? And that's the bigger picture. If I'm a more aggressive trader, I can take today. Why? Because I'm taking what the market gives me today. But if I look over the last 6 trading days, I'm getting a very cautious feeling. All right. So let's get back into the stories. All right. This is big. No urgency for the Fed to cut rates. And Akshaya says, well, it's the election. All right, fine. But when I can match this up with also what they said, that they're not looking until the third quarter, there it is. And Akshaya, I'll talk a little bit about that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about it right now. Oil prices extend rise after drop in U.S. crude output, which is my big thing. We're pumping more oil, or we're getting more oil than ever, but we had a drop. And they said it was the cold region. Screw all of that. Oil is manipulated. Couple that with oil's rise, stock decline, in Red Sea tensions increase. This is what I've been saying for the longest time. Oil should have been rising before now. Supply is going to be an issue. More and more companies are not going to go through the Red Sea. They're going to have to go around the Horn of Africa, which is going to extend the delays in getting the oil. Oil should have been rising before now. It's manipulated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, there it goes. And Ryan did a great video recently, a great short about he's getting bullish. He's getting ready to be bullish on oil. Watch tonight's video as well. I believe he did. Did he not, Joey? Didn't he do an oil video for tonight's 6 p.m. video? I think he is. Need to check that out. So when it's the right time to be in oil, we'll let you know. And then we were bearish on oil, and we let you know. But this whole Red Sea issue is huge for oil. Well, Akshaya, he did say yesterday that he's getting close to, and he actually put out a short about it. He just put out a short. Akshaya, you know what that tells me? You don't pay attention to what's going on in the channel. You just come to the live streams. You give me your opinion. A lot of times you're against me. That's fine. I don't care. But that tells me that you're not looking at them. And if you did see it, he said in the video that he is starting to get bullish on oil. These two stories talk about it as well. What is the disconnect? What is the disconnect? I'm going to keep on going. Woosah. Next story. New home sales. Oops, that was, hold on, Joey. Here you go. Nope. Here you go. All right. Do what you got to do real quick. I got to go to the next story. All right. So the next story. New home sales rose 4% last year. 4%. I'm not ranting. He did say starting. Absolutely. He said starting. He did. All right, and gold, there's one stock that I like in gold right now. Anybody know what stock that is? There's one stock that I know about that I like right now in gold. I want to see if anybody's going to come up with that stock, because I'm going to talk a little bit about that today as well. All right, new home sales rose 4% last year. Builders offered incentives to buyers. So you know what there it is. Mike said it and Dan said it. Mike said it and Dan said it. Harmony. HMY is something that I've got an order in my portfolio as long as it hits a buy stop. I like it. I do like it. Out of all of the oil stocks, I think that right now that may be a winner. All right, but I got a buy stop order in on it. It hasn't hit yet. Now, the biggest thing about nobody's talking about this either. The disconnect is you are bearish, but telling us to be bullish on oil. No. All right, hold on. So you can be bearish on a market, but still be bullish on an industry. Does that not make sense, Michael? You can do. How many times have we been in a bearish situation, but there's a bullish industry or sector that's going? That makes you a little bit more aggressive on that industry or sector, but that can happen. That can definitely happen. So my disconnect or my idea that the market is bearish hasn't come to fruition yet. I'm giving you warning signs. I didn't say I was fully bearish on the market. I'm telling you, based upon what I see in the color guard with all of that yellow, to be cautious. And I showed you what was going on with today's candle. All right, I showed you. So I'm not saying I'm bearish on the market. I'm cautious about the market. So that should at least correct that disconnect. I'm not bearish on the market. But I am cautious about the market. Does that make sense, Michael? All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right. Believer says, I would pick some up at that price. However, I think it has further fall. What are you talking about? Are you talking about an indice? You know I don't talk about a specific indice. You know I don't do that. I agree. It is a confusing time. I don't look at it as a confusing time. I just look at it as a time to just be cautious, pretty much. A time to just be cautious. All right. Oh, so this is where I was going with this. Home sales rose, but they took a hit on the bottom line. The data caps out an unusual year, blah, blah, blah. Sales of previously owned stores, New home sales expanded. It was the first year. Where is it? Well, it's affecting the bottom line. All right, with the incentives that they were giving for people to buy homes, because keep in mind, they were at higher mortgage rates. They gave a lot of incentives to people for people to buy homes. It's going to hurt the bottom line. So all of these new homes, that's great. These builders are going to feel the effect on the bottom line in the next coming quarters. Amir says the market is confusing. There is, and stop it, Roy. There's not always a bull. Well, there's always a bull somewhere, but not always a bull market somewhere. That is the other side of it. All right, so be aware of the builders, even though they're rocking and rolling. How about this? Big stock market moves today. Comcast, Tesla, American Airlines, Nokia. I got all of these stocks in here. My list, Nokia. It's going to do a buyback. IBM is up because it beat earnings. Las Vegas Sands up, even on mixed quarter four earnings, marked by a 161% year-over-year top line growth. Woo! All right, so that's in my list. Comcast revealed fourth quarter results exceeded expectations. So all of these companies, as I mentioned in the earlier portion of this, all of these companies are beating earnings, but I think they're trying to make it easier on themselves quarter over quarter by one, guiding lower, and number two, laying off people. All right, that's the downside of these companies beating earnings. American Airlines surge after it, again, another earnings beat. Biggest loser, though, on the other hand, was Tesla. Hold on, Joey. Was Tesla, go ahead. Was Tesla, and I am currently up 12.5% on Tesla today, on the bearish side of Tesla. All I did was put it out there. I gave a video on it on the preview of the earnings. I didn't like it. I still think that Elon Musk needs to get out of his own way. He needs to stop going after that Chinese low dollar car market. He's not going to be able to compete there. Boyd is going to kick his butt time after time, year over year, month over month, day over day, hour over hour, minute over minute, second over second. But he's still trying to go after that market. He is going to be able to get cars lower than where they are right now. But not at $11,000. Not at $11,000. Uncle Glenn, are you going to sell some of your TSLQ today? I'm going to leave it alone. PYPL. UNH. I'll write that down. Stop giving me stocks. I didn't tell you to give me stocks yet. You guys don't ever listen. Y'all don't listen. Stop giving me stocks. Why do you prefer Tesla Q over Tesla? Because Tesla Q is cheaper. And it's an ETF. And I can probably play options on it and even make it less money. I can even make it less money that I have to deal with in order to still trade Tesla. All right. Here's another. Tesla extends loss after 2024 outlook lacks detail. He does that a lot. He will leave out stuff. But the other side of it is when he does talk about stuff, he's very open about it. When he talked about the Cybertruck, and the last earnings, he said, it's going to be a losing proposition for a while. He was very honest about it. And now I need to ask a question. How many of you need a tank with bulletproof windows? Anybody? Raise your hand. Type of one if you need a tank with bulletproof windows. Number one. And number two, it's an ugly freaking mobile. It is an ugly. Tesla is about as ugly as Crocs. That's what Tesla is about, as ugly as Crocs. Really, Jazz, you need one? Michael said he needs one too. Y'all some apocalyptic people. That's what y'all some apocalyptic people who need a tank. All right, that's all I got to say about that. We need tanks after oh boy, Dan, I'm not going down there. My neighbor has one on order, says Sherilyn. I don't need one. I sure don't need one. All right, y'all going after the zombie apocalypse and you need go get you one. And then when you can't charge it, you got a paperweight that's bulletproof. So I got to say about that. All right. That's what you got. You have an H1 Hummer. Oh, that's right, Charlene. I saw that. You got an H1. Look, Charlene. I met Charlene. Charlene's very, without sounding it, she's very hardcore country. I think, Charlene, is that a good explanation? I think she's very hardcore country without sounding like it. All right. So with that being said, let's go to the next one. And still on Tesla, 4 key takeaways from the Elon Musk remarks. We need more solar to charge them. That's another whole story. You know something? That'd been kind of good if we can get solar powered vehicles. Nobody's working on one of those. Now, you don't sound very country, Charlene. All right, key takeaways. Musk said the high interest rates contributed to low profit margins. I disagree with that. It was him trying to go after price with China that gave him the low profit margins. I think he's deferring. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? I think he's deferring. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? I didn't say that high interest rates didn't play a role, but I think that he, with his means of going after China, contributed in big part to the low profit margins. So he's deferring there. He reiterated recent statements that he wants 25% voting control. That's going to be a big point for him. That's another thing in itself. I'm looking deeper into that. Tesla's humanoid robot could ship as soon as 2025. Man, how many of you saw the movie I, Robot? I'm not sure I want a whole bunch of robots being delivered to me. Like, hello, Glenn. I am your helper. Is there anything that I can do? I would take out my 9 mil and he's done. All right, because I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then I got more stuff if that don't work. All right. The issues surrounding the Tesla Cybertruck deliveries reflect a production, not a demand issue. I think that that's sort of kind of right. I think there's a lot of people who do want that truck. I don't. We need more wind too. Maybe we could all wear solar hats and have wind propellers on the top of them to help the economy and upload.
No, God, please, no, no, no.
Yeah, I had to put that out there. I'm not trying to have that. Can you imagine if VectorVest got you and Joey a robot to help you when Joey was out golfing? Hold on.
No, God, please, no, no, no.
Okay.
You definitely need a robot caddy.
No, I don't need a robot caddy.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want no robot caddy. There is not a demand issue with EVs. People want them. They just don't want bad ones. Legacy car EVs are terrible. There you go. All right, next story. How about this? Microsoft becomes the second company to ever hit $3 trillion market cap. Who are they behind? Apple. AI is going to push a lot of these companies. I don't know if they're going to get to the $1 trillion. That's $3 trillion, though. $3 trillion market cap. Now that's two of the top market cap companies are tech stocks. $3 trillion is huge. You can't pull a load with more than 100 miles with a Tesla or a Ford truck. Don't talk about my Fords. Fords are the bomb. All right? I don't think, now then, Sherilyn, you said they passed Apple. They said that it's the second company. Oh, no. See, now you got me thinking. What company has the highest market cap? Got me thinking. No. Companies ranked by market cap. Did they beat Apple? No. Almost. Now, how long ago is this from? How long is this? This is just barely, though, Sherilyn, just barely. 2.996, 2.998. I don't know. This is real close. Nonetheless, it's real close. It's real close. The day they were announced, they passed Apple. Well, by this, again, I got no date, but they look neck and neck. But nonetheless, both of these, Apple was at 3 trillion, wasn't it? Look at where the next companies come into play to even get any closer to them. So, all right. I just needed to see that. And last story, talking about layoffs, Paramount CEO announces layoffs as cost pressures take private talks build. Paramount might go private. It'd be interesting. All right, but that's out there as well. All right, let me get into the software now. Let's get into the software. Let's go to the viewers tab. Markets, what are the markets doing today? So as I answered Michael's question about the markets, 3 green lights across the top today. remember, what's the overarching feel in the market? More caution. All right, all of the major indices, except for the Qs. The Qs are not up. And I did, when I bought into TSLQ, I also bought SQQQQ. It didn't do anything near like I wanted it to do. I figured with Tesla going down, it would pull the Qs down, but it didn't. Not as much as I wanted it to. But all the other major indices are up. And guess what? The fear is starting to rise. The VIX is up 2.3% today. But look at that. Nowhere near the overarching greed factor. Nowhere near the overarching greed factor. Corey says the highest market cap companies are Microsoft's 2.96, Apple 2.99, which is higher than Microsoft, and Saudi Aramco, which I showed you on that list. So it looks like Apple is still a little bit, but they're so close to each other. They're so close to each other. All right, here's the stocks that made the news for me today. Let's go peep them out. Earnings, Microsoft. Look at this, IBM. IBM, that was another story that was in that story. Let me go peep that out real quick. What was the story with IBM? The biggest, what was the story with IBM? Oh, they beat earnings as well. That was another earnings beat. All right. CMC, Comcast, Nokia. A lot of these stocks that made the news are on the move today. Just about every single one of them. Would I buy any of them right now based upon what I see in the market and the VectorVest composite and the market timing graph? I'd be careful right now. But if these stocks are moving up today, Michael, this goes back to you. These stocks are going up today. I can take advantage of them today. But given the information that I know based on the VectorVest composite and the market timing graph, I'm going to be very careful. Michael, does that make sense? Say hello to Melissa and Sam. They are sitting next to me at the bar. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Sam. How you doing? I'm waving at you. Mark, are they blushing? I just want to know, are they blushing? All right. They should be going, oh my gosh. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Sam. All right. Michael, you know me. I like to answer questions. Especially if there's anything that is confusing in the software, I will take the time to answer questions. All right. They're all moving up today. A lot of them is news about earnings. All I'm telling you guys is to be careful. Now I'm going to start giving you some fish. Cherry picking. This is the MPI. They're all moving up today. Again, any stock that I give you today, I will let you know. Be careful. Put tight stops. All of these stocks that are in the MPI have relative values above 1 and CIs above 1. So if I'm going to get you into any stocks in the current market situation, I want to make sure they got good upside and they go up more than they go down. They're all buy recommendations. Let's go graph these. This is on the MPI. Let's go peep this out. Let me move my graph over. Joey says I got a big head. I hate when he tells me that. Let me go put this on a 3-month graph. All right, these are all MPI related. Graph layout, near perfect indicator. Look at that. Trend is there. Trigger. Watch this. If I'm going to think about getting into it now, I like today's activity, but I'd really wait for taking out the 3-month high. Next one, FSS, Federal Signal. That's in the Berg fire industry. Like NAPCO. I used to be there. I was there as a salesman for 13 years. All right. But I think it is. I got trigger. I got trend. I'd like to see it take out the 3-month, but I noticed with today's activity, I got a big wick at the top, selling off a little bit. PACCAR, nice trend, nice trigger, big sell off. This is a shooting star. This could be a possibility of a reversal. Be careful with that. KLG, Kellogg, food. I like that. They're great. All right. So bouncing off support. I got trend. I got trigger. I like the bounce. 1351. What's the high? The high is sitting at 1422. I got less than $1 I can make. I can get into it today. Just be careful. No, Spock. I like that. Live long and prosper. How many of y'all cannot do that? Type of 1 if you can't do that. Type of 1 if you can't do that. Type of 2 if you can. How many of you could do live long and prosper? 2 down days, big wick at the top of the candle today. I might have gotten trigger. I do have trend. Just watch that candlestick formation that's happening right there. All right, just watch that candlestick formation that's happening right there. All right, so those are fish. A couple I like, a couple I'd wait on. Let's go look at Midas Touch. I won't. I'm a Star Wars fan. Wow, Jazz. It ain't that serious. Why Kellogg so new, no past? Oh, maybe did we just start tracking it? Kellogg, let me go look at the graph. I didn't realize that. View the stock graph. That can't be the case. We've probably been tracking. No, we got 5. Oh, maybe not. I don't know yet. Kellogg, unless they just recently went public, that doesn't make sense. Unless it's something that they were private until they just went public, I don't know. Kellogg doesn't go back very far. Maybe they are not great. I don't know. I got to look into that. I got to find out why we just could have been. Kellogg's been around a long time. It used to be K. So what happened? I got to find out. Oh, the company split up. Thank you, Jake. Let's go add K, comma. Oops. Is K still there? Kellogg is still there. K. And so they split. That's what it is. They split. There's Kellogg. Go back 10 years. Yeah, I can go back 10 years on Kellogg. But this, I don't know what the difference is between the two. I don't know what the difference is between the two yet. Albert says they spun out. I don't know what this does that the other one didn't. But hell, since it started, wow. Charlene, I'd keep my eye on this. Maybe it helped then to separate. I don't know what they do versus Kellogg. I like the play. It's not very often you find a stock that we just start tracking that looks this good. All right. I'm keeping my eye on that. Thank you for bringing that up. Midas Touch. Let's go graph these. These are all Midas Touch stocks. One is special. No, I don't think. Stop it. I don't know if you were being facetious or not. This is URI, United Rentals. Let's go put this on to Midas Touch. I got the Midas Touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, baby. Kellogg is a lot more than prepared foods. Thank you, Sherilyn. Thank you. All right. This is a Midas Touch stock. I like it. This is more fish I'm giving you. Oof. Alpine, Immune, Biomedical. I like this as well. All right, I like this as well. Hopefully I'm giving you guys some new fish that you haven't been privy to. Wow, MRE. How many of you know all of these stocks? How many of you, some of these stocks are brand new? Type a yes. How many of you, some of these stocks are brand new? Type a yes. MREO. Look at that, a Midas Touch stock. That looks freaking good. And it's cheap. What happened to the volume in your mic? Joey's messing around with it. I like bringing some good new fish to the table. I like that play. I like the way it looks. Let's go to the next one. IBM, be careful. That was an earnings play. But look at a lot of the give back right here. Why? Because a lot of people made a lot of money on this jump. They're probably taking some profits off the table. All right, they're probably taking some profits off the table. Wrap. A little bit of give back right here too, but still a Midas Touch play. I'd be careful with that one. All right, so that's a couple of different fish I'm giving to you. Oh, Mark is here. Mark, I asked him to write down the stocks for the multi-baggers. I went with a different search this week. I'm going with the multi-baggers too. We'll talk about that in a second. I wanted to go back and see what these stocks did. All right, Mike. Mark Norton wrote them down for me, but I told him I kept them. All right, let's go see what they did. Quick test. Remember, this is 1 week. Nice. How about we found us a stock that went up 14% in 1 week? Some people did like Data, and look at that, it went up. UCL, though, got killed. But overall, we outperformed the market on some multi-bagger stocks. I like that. Man, the stock's price went up to went from $1.80 to 206. That's not bad in 1 week. Are you teasing us again to watch your next? No. Did you not watch the video where I told you I was going to give you some breakdown on the new search that I tweaked it? Sigh. As much as I love all of you, some of you, just, I get disappointed. Your choice of ALAR helped me. Again, these are stocks that I'm using the VectorVest system to help to locate multi-bagger stocks. All right, I'm going to empty this. Mark, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing again, just in case I forget. Here's my new list for today. SUPV, GGAL, DRCT, UTSI. Yeah, I guess so. NV. These are my new stocks. Sigh. NV. Just NV. Sigh. These are my stock picks for this week's multi-bag. Oh, man. Screwed up. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Search. What is it? Where is it? YouTube. Multi-bagger search 2. What did I sort this by? I forget. It's NU. NU was the play. All right. There's my new search. All right. I went from multi-bagger search and I did a couple of different things to create multi-bagger search 2. All right. Here's my, the sort changed from growth to RT times CI. And I wanted to make sure that the sales growth was higher than the earnings growth. All right. Actually, sales growth greater than, let me make that, sales growth. That's the better way to do it. That the sales growth is better than the earnings growth. All right. Let me run the search. I'm still going to use the stocks that I had. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to change that. Go back to greater than 30. Run the search. That didn't make sense because a lot of these stocks have sales growth higher. Look at that. Sales growth higher, sales growth higher, sales growth higher, sales growth higher, sales growth higher. Oh, look at this. For the most part, all of these sales growths are higher than the earnings growth. I don't know why that happened. All right. And let's go back to the viewers. Let's go put in NU. These are my picks. These are my picks for going into tomorrow, going into the week. Mark, write these down for me. If I'm going to try to remember not to erase it. All right, so here's my multi-bagger picks for this week. You had sales growth higher than, oh, is that what it was, Fitz? You didn't pick the, all right, that was, I was sitting there, I was like, these stocks, I really didn't need to put that in. As you saw, as I have this search, the stocks sales growths are beating out the earnings growth, so I'm not going to change it. They already are. All right, so here's my fish of multi-bagger stocks for you. Portfolios, let's go see what's going on in my different portfolios. Cybersecurity, 3.2%, and another one 2.34%. I think that this is going to be a hot industry to go right along with AI. AMA. Oh, afternoon market action, your stock picks. Magnificent 7 for 2024, up 5.6%, down 1% today. Tesla might get kicked. Look at this. Look at the return on investment is right up there with NVIDIA. It's getting killed. But I'm not putting stops on these. All right. Midday market. This is my Monday picks. Here's my peeps from Monday. Midday market. Down a little bit, but nice move. Mobile apps. That's going to be for tomorrow. Multi-bagger search. Let's see what it looks like. It's up 1%. That's my original search. Nothing's multi-bagging right now, but nice ups. And multi-bagger search 2. Wow, up 4%. I'm getting 3 stocks that are double digits. Ooh-wee. Now you see why I'm putting them in there for you. Now you see why I'm putting. Remember, multi-baggers are stocks that can go up 100% or more, right? How about when did these get bought? 122. Man, that's this week. That's this week. How many of you are going to start paying attention to the multi-bagger stocks that I give you as fish? Type of 1. How many of you are going to really start concentrating on some of these and put them into your watch list? Multi-bagger stocks are no joke, and I'm using the power of the system to help us to find possible multi-baggers. Holy smokes. This is less than a week, folks. 3 stocks up double digits. 3 stocks up double digits. Gotta love it. And I'm going to keep tweaking it. All right. What else is in here? My top picks for 2024. I'm never going to close these out. I'm going to hold them to the end of the year. We're up 5.74%. Top 5 weekly picks. That's what I do on Mondays normally. And trending. I got to put some stocks in here for you guys. Trending Thursday. All right. We got, what did David say? David says something. I don't know. Somebody says, nice move, David. What did David? Which David? I sold Tesla 75% earlier this. Nice move, David. With AMD's bullish movement, why is the value in the stock in VectorVest not changing? The movement has got nothing to do with the value. Remember, value is based, we give it intrinsic value, and it's not just because the stock's price is moving. It looks at earnings, interest, and inflation. It looks at what a stock is truly worth. So it just because price is moving doesn't mean that it's worth more. All right, does that make sense, D? Just because it's moving up doesn't mean that it's worth more. What else do I want to do? Go to the viewers tab. Gold. Let's go take a look at gold. My best stock right now is Harmony Gold. Nice move on it today. 8.9%. All right, I got a few gold stocks that I like a lot in one watch list, but Harmony is the big mover today. Oil and gas. Let's go see what's moving in there. RTX. Did I ask for stocks yet, Jake? Did you hear me ask for stocks yet? Huh? RTX. YRD. I keep telling you I didn't tell you yet. What's moving? Oil. WTI. Excuse me, BP. There you go. I didn't ask for stock. Why are y'all giving me stocks? Nobody listens. Nobody listens. Fine. Oh, what's my weekly thing? Cybersecurity stocks. All right, cybersecurity stocks are my favorite. Today they're not moving. But cybersecurity stocks are my theme stocks right now. Stop, Joey. All right. Let's go peep out your stocks. No. Let's go to the viewers. Customer. Don't I have customer picks in here anymore? How do I lose that? Oh, there they are. About to say, how do I lose that? All right, don't type them in yet. I'll tell you when. No, I'm not going to do any short, but if Boeing may be a great short pick. Boeing may be a really good short pick. All right, PayPal, UNH, RTX, YRD, Snow. If you're going to put in Snow, I'm going to put in Palantir, SOXL, all right. Now you should be putting your stocks in. You saw me type in stocks. Now you don't want to put in, I'm not putting PATs. I'm just never putting PATs, ever. VRT, TDW, FengD is already in there. BBAR. Isn't that the guy from a Jungle Book? USD, 3M. Click on OK. MMM, TK, Chipper, CSX, Lowe's, Twilio, Oracle. That's ORIC. That's not Oracle. Okay, that's a pharmaceutical. Toll Brothers, going once, twice, done. All right. Thanks for the idea of comparing growth to sales growth. I put the 2 columns next to each other in the other Unisearch. Yep, that's the way I look at it. I like, nope, done. 18 stocks. Why do you guys never give me like bad stocks? You always try to give me good stocks. Big movers today is Banco BBAR. I wonder if that is a regional bank. Interesting. It's up. It's probably an earnings beat. 3M is nicely up today. Who's getting beat? United Health Group. Ooh, PayPal at the bottom of the list too. Corey just gave me, was it Corey that just gave me or the pharmaceutical? Palantir. Joey gave me SOXL. All right. Let's graph all these stocks. Let's go see if we're going to put them into our portfolio for Trending Thursday. I want to see which group can have the best stock picks. All right. Buy or no buy. This is your watch list now, on your portfolio for Trending Thursday. Buy or no buy. I need you to tell me buy or no buy, or else I'm moving on to the next stock. I'm not going to do anything. Buy or no buy. Sitting at a 3-month high. Oh, you didn't give me, you said no. I got more no's than yes. Okay. Ooh, buy or no buy. I like that. 3-month high, no wick. All right, YRD, buy or no buy. We're going to go buy this. All right, let's go to your portfolio. Portfolio Trending Thursday. Is it on? Yes. Let's take it off. Ooh, I like that YRD. Add, trade, buy long, YRD. We're going to do that. Get the price. Edit. Nope, not yet. $1,000. Yeah. Target 1,000. No, stop. Apply. All right, we're taking that. YRD is in there. All right, let's go see what other trades you got going on. It's your multi-bagger. Was it one of my multi-bagger picks? I liked it. Which one? YRD, Sam? YRD? You want to see it on the MPI graph? We can do that. Put it on the MPI. All right, so I like the pick. And it was a multi-bagger pick. Look at that. All right, let's go to the next one. Buy or no buy? Ooh-wee, that'd be an aggressive buy. I got no trigger and I'm about to lose trend. Buy, I'm going to say no. I would like to see if it was bouncing up to see if it could take out this level of gap. I'm going to say no. All right, what say you? No, good. All right, let's go to the next stock. Buy or no buy? Toll Brothers. It did fade the gap. Look at that. I'm not ready to take this yet. On Toll Brothers, buy or no buy? Buy or no buy? I'm going to say no. It's got to break above this level. Not yet, says Mark. Wait for the trigger. I'm with you on that. Okay. Wait for the trigger. All right, let's go to the next stock. Buy or no buy? The positive sign about this is it gapped up, never faded the gap. Keep in mind that the next two bars are within this one bar. A lot of give back, follow through, but no follow through more. Buy or no buy for RTX? Buy or no buy for RTX? Stop putting in stocks, Amir. I'm not ready to, no RTX. Love YRD though. Cautious. 2 people said buy. 3 people said buy. Not yet. Yeah, I got indecision. I'm going to say no buy yet. Ooh. Oh, what's that right there? What's that candlestick right there? What's that candlestick on TDW? It broke through resistance. But what's that candlestick? What's that candlestick right there? Anybody? Anybody? And that's on TDW. What's the candlestick on TDW? What's the candlestick? A hanging man. I was waiting to see who was going to say a hammer. A hammer, Mukesh, is at the bottom of a pattern. Hanging man is at the top of a pattern. That is a possible reversal, which in turn could be following this trend line lower if we get confirmation of that as a hanging man. I'm not ready to take that. I do have trigger, I do have trend, but candlestick pattern is saying wait. All right, next one. CSX, a lot of buying pressure. I'm not going to quite call it a hammer. Well, I could. Technically, I could. But it's not really at the bottom of a pattern. It's in a pattern that's moving sideways. I'll let you tell me yes or no on CSX. Yes or no on CSX. I'm in the no camp, but this is y'all's picks. I'm going to see yes or no. I'm seeing no, no, no. Okay, let's go to the next one. VRT. Ooh, the trigger is still there, but pulling back. Moving sideways, level of gap. VRT. Yes or no? VRT. Yes or no? I'm getting a lot of no's. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ooh, TK. Yes or no? A little bit of a spinning top. On TK. Yes or no? Hit a new 3-month high. AD says yes. VP says yes. I see more yeses. Yes, but late. Michael, I'm with you. We might be late on this, but it's still moving. I'm going to take this. What time frame are you putting the MPI? A 3-month graph. 3-month graph. All right. Let's take this one. Let's go take TK. Add TK. I am concerned about coming to the party late. I am concerned with that. $1,000. Apply. I want to see something. TK. I can adjust that individually. I would put a tighter stop. Do that individually. Let's go to the next stock. I got a lot of stocks in here. Goodness gracious. Answer to that is no. I like the fadation of the gap. I got nothing that tells me it's okay to buy right now. So the answer to that is no. Sherilyn, you're right. A spinning top is indecision. I'm going to say no to that one. Snowflake. You know what I don't like about this one? Something I learned from Stan looking at the MPI. See how high that is? That may not be a good signal. Let's go put this on a 1 year. Yeah, that may not be does that make sense to everybody in the room? That's a high, this is a 1 year high signal on RT. I'm not feeling that because of that. All right, Stan, I learned this when I went to Toronto with Stan. One of the things he stated was watch the crossovers when they happen. Watch the crossovers on RT when they happen. That's a high level. What happened after the last time it hit that level? It pulled down. This could happen again. So it's like a level of resistance on RT. That's what it is. It's like a level of resistance. And what Stan likes is the crosses on the low trough. Look at that move. On a low trough. Look at that move. All right. So there you go. Thank you for the tip on Snowflake. It wasn't me. It was, we found it through you guys. All right. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. What don't I like about this? I like the movement. What don't I like about it? What don't I like about it? What don't I like about it? What time is it? 3:03. Joey's going to be okay. What don't I like about this? The closed candle. So, that means that the price right now is lower than the open. So I'm going to leave it to you. I'm not going to take it. I wouldn't want to take it. Buy or no buy. B or NB. Yeah, I like that better. That makes it quick. B or NB. B or NB. All right. I don't like the closed candle. No, Jazz. I just changed it up. Jake, I just changed it up. It's B or NB. How many of y'all are not following instructions? It's B or NB. All right. I'm not feeling it because of that. I'm not feeling really, Jake? Really? All right. Wow, I did not know snow was in Fangyu. Is it? I didn't think it was. I didn't know that it was. I don't think that that's true. But I don't know that for 100% sure. All right. Socks L I like. I'm not going to ever buy it on a down day. I will never tell you to buy a stock no matter what. Jazz just called me bossy. I will never tell you to buy a stock on a down day. Twilio. Got a level of resistance, level of a gap. It's pulling back away from it. The answer is no. Palantir. As much as I love this stock, it faded to go. Ooh, shooting star follow through, faded the gap. I'm not ready for this yet. No. Pharmaceutical. Corey said he didn't give me this. I think he did. Corey, are you fibbing? Who gave me this pharmaceutical? Who gave me this for? To B or NB? That is, wow. Wow, hold on.
I love it!
All right. Glenn is hardly bossy. Nicest guy we know, probably. Jeff, why did you give me all those stocks? I'm not putting them in. I am so not putting them in. I have no idea what Oric is, not me. I think it was Corey. I think Corey is fibbing. Corey, are you fibbing? Somebody told me about it. I'm not feeling that, nonetheless. I'm not feeling that. It's true. Look last night. CJ. Okay, so it is? I did not know snow. Oh, are you telling me what's in Fang Yu? Oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay. But that's not what it started out to be. It was Facebook. Apple was in there. Netflix, Google. What's the U part? What the heck was U? I forget. But it's now Meta, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, Netflix, Apple, Amazon, Snow, Micro. Good Lord. There's a lot of freaking stocks in there. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. All right. Neil says, totally confusing. You talk about these stocks, Neil? No. PayPal, no. And UNH, no. So we only picked up one stock today in y'all's portfolio, which is, let's go put this back on. Sugarfoot. Let's go put this back on. I'm going to adjust the stop for the stock we got into, though, right? What do you want as a stop? This is y'all's portfolio. What do you want as a stop? Oh, which one was it on? Was it on TK or YRD? Was it on TK or YRD? I forget. We were going to put a tighter stop on one of these. Which one was it? Which one was it? Anybody? Nobody's telling me which one we were going to put the tighter stop on? Sigh. Do I need to do this on my own? It was YRD. And one puts TK and one puts YRD. And then two people, sigh. Y'all are confusing the flying flip out of me. View the stock graph. Put this on a 3-month graph. There's yard. I think it was on TK. It was TK. All right. Goodness gracious. Y'all just making stuff up. I want to edit the stop. What do you want? I can put this on a trailing 5. Yes. Trailing 5. Yes. Yes or no? I'll put a tight stop. Trailing 5. Yes. Oh my gosh. How much of a delay? You guys are moving so slow. How much time? 3:08. Yes. Put a trailing 5. Okay. That one's got a trailing 5. All right. All these other ones, what do they have? Trailing 10. All my other ones have a trailing 10, but we put a trailing 5 on TK. That's only 5 cents. Is that only 5 cents? It can't. Well, it could be. All right. I'm going to introduce y'all to something. Don't ever ask me to do this again, though. Don't ever ask me to do it again. All right. I'm using another tool. The 7% is way down there. There's 5. Man, that's tight. I'm going to set a different stop. You guys will not be able to do this unless you have the Profit Locker Pro. Special occasion, I'm using it. All right. It's going to adjust the stop. It's going to say Profit Locker Pro. I'm not selling you nothing. All right. Profit Locker Pro 28.5. All right. It's a little different stop. Nope. Steve, unless you have Profit Locker Pro, none of that will make sense. All right. And I know, Jeff, I hear you. This is just a special occasion to use it. I wish Profit Locker Pro would actually sell the stock. It does. It won't you still have to go to your broker and sell it. Can you show us from yesterday what an ATR is? Had to do with my question yesterday about trailing stops. All right. Do this real quick. Edit stop. Let's go to the Actually, I can do it on a graph. Right click, view the stock graph. I can add an ATR, add parameter, technical analysis, average true range. Check the box, put it on a 3-month graph. What is average true range? It looks over a 14-day period. You should be able, you're not going to be able to. There it is. It looks over a 14-day time period. Over the last 14 days, the average range of the stock price range is $4.28. So the stock moves in average about $4.28. What you can do with average true range, that's its normal trading range. So as long as you're staying in the stock in its normal trading range, you're fine. I want to see an outlier, whether it's 2 times higher than its average trading range or 2 times lower than its average trading range as a mean to get out of the stock. So average true range, when you use it, you usually multiply it. You don't want to use just the average true range because that's the normal trading for the stock. So I'm looking for outside of its average true range. So I can clearly see that as the stock's price is going up, the average range is going to go up. But when I put it as a stop, I will probably multiply it by 2. If it goes twice its average true range, I'm taking that money off the table. But if it falls twice its average range, I'm taking that off the table as well. That is what that is. So can you pull up SMCI? Sigh. I got suckered into pulling up SMCI. How does that happen? There's my average true range on SMCI sitting at $35. That's an expensive stock. That makes sense. All right. So if I'm looking to get out of the stock to the upside, I multiply it to the, $70. $70 either up to the upside, I get up, get out, or $70 to the downside, I get up as well. INTC, I gotta get going. INTC, I'll do the same thing. Average true range on INTC though is low. For a $50 stock, it's only $1.38. Interesting. Very interesting. But I would do this. I don't like that. I think that that's too low for a $50 stock. Interesting though. So there's your INTC. Am I thinking about getting into it yet? Not until it takes out the 3-month high. Not until it takes out the 3-month high. All right. Now I'm done. Joey, put me on my ending page. Now I'm done. By the way, if you like this fleece, this is an awesome fleece. If you like this fleece, you can always go to www.vectorvest.com/merchandise. I wanted to wear this today. It's rainy outside. Nice warm fleece, man. This fleece is the bomb. All right, but if you like something like this, it feels so soft too. If you want to get your hands on something like this, go to www.vectorvest.com/merchandise. The annualized rate of return compared to the cumulative rate of return. No, it's going to take me more time than just real quick to do it. Do me a favor, Sam, give our product support staff a call. They'll help you. Fleece matches your beard. Actually, it does. All right. So with that, I got to go. How many likes did we get today, Joey? We did get 300 people in the room. For that, folks, I want to say thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. We can do this over and over. I think that what we brought to the table today, more and more people need to understand that the VectorVest system will be designed to give you the rest of the story. So thank you. We got over 300 people today on a Trending Thursday. Nice fleece. Can I get a signed autograph fleece by Dr. Glenn? Yes, Jeff. If you get one, send it to me. I'll sign it. Where the hell am I going to sign it? I can't. Where am I going to? Unless I sign it in here. As long as you're okay with that, I got to sign it in here. All right, I got no place to sign it. All right, with that being said, thank you guys for being here. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We do this each and every day within our YouTube channel. Our job is to do the work so you don't have to. All right. How many likes? We got 119 likes. Way to go, folks. This today was well worth it. It's well worth it every day, but seeing that appreciation makes me feel good and warm and fuzzy all over. Thank you so much for that. Are you wearing a sports bra? Hell no. What? This is pecs right here. I got got nothing to do with that. It's my wife beater, but I don't beat my wife. I talk about I'm wearing a sports bra. Man, I will fight you. Man, I won't really fight you. Don't cancel me. Oh my gosh. Linda Roy or Glenn said he's going to fight me. I'm going to get canceled. Sigh. All right. So let me be going. All right. Thanks, Jen. Stay safe. Going back to SMCI in a few days. If you are long, shouldn't ATR signal a sell when it shot up? If it's, I hate that. If it's twice the average true range to the upside, the answer to your question is yes. Joey needs me to stop. He took away my chat, so I can't see it anymore. All right. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for my peeps in Israel as well. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.